The courage to step beyond is the theme.
Yes.
Where has that theme come from?
Well, there's where it came from initially, and then what it's evolved into.
Okay.
So it started off, I was on the train going up to London, and I was pondering, what should the theme be for next year? And nothing was sticking. And so I just started gazing out the window, and just on the side of a wall, on the way up to London, massive one of those really old kind of retro style signs, it says, "Take courage." And I went, courage? And that word just stuck with me. I was like, yes, it's courage. And then by seeing it, it made me realise, yeah, actually that is what I'm feeling, because we had this, like the first year, you could say, okay, that's the scary bit, it was the first time you did it, but it wasn't, because we didn't know if it was going to happen. We just you could say we were fools. We just went for it. Whereas this year, we went, well, we know people are watching, we know people like this, we've now got an expectation to live up to, and it really felt like, yeah, I personally felt I need to be courageous. And when we announced the second event, I was more scared announcing that than saying, I'm thinking about doing this TED event, is anyone interested? So it kind of reflected as a starting point where I think the team were at, as a starting point anyway.
And how have the speakers all reacted to the theme of the courage to step beyond?
When a lot of people, that's the first thing they ask, what's the theme? And the number of people that went, oh my God, that fits perfectly what I'm all about. And they've all of their stories naturally fit with it. Sometimes at some events you can feel that people maybe have tried to make it fit the theme. I think in this one, a lot of them fit naturally, because it's the perfect hero's journey, isn't it? You go through struggle, you were down, you were really low, and you then have that turning point and you step kind of into the next level of what you're going to do, and you go beyond and you become that hero in whatever the situation is that you're kind of engaged with, really.
And not only within the kind of stories within what the speakers are bringing to the stage at TEDxFolkestone, but also the journey that they've been on themselves. I mean, have you seen them come from one place and courageously blossom to another?
Definitely, absolutely. There's, I guess, the obvious example is those people that maybe haven't had that much speaking experience, and for them, it's a huge, scary thing. I think they apply, and then the realisation that they've got accepted is like another level of, oh my God, I've actually got to do it now. And yeah, a number of them that have really progressed. And I think the real turning point for me was kind of speaking to people and them going, seeing their nerves and their anxiety and their, oh my God, I've got to get this perfect, this is my one shot, to then seeing them go, I'm not bothered. They still are massively passionate about it, but they have this, you know what, I'm going to go with it and it will be what it will be. And that acceptance of it is kind of what it can be. And this isn't their only opportunity. It's an amazing opportunity for them. But this is just the first step. And I think that's what we want to see, is that they're going to continue to spread their message. And we've given them that first maybe step up to realise that they've got something really important. And that's particularly been great seeing on the early speakers, as in those that haven't done much. But even those that have spoken before, I think it can be a different thing, because they're used to speaking maybe professionally or about their particular subject, but a TED Talk has a different level, I think. I think people go much more into where does that come from, and their one story, the one that's really important to them, which has an extra level of courage, I think, to really look at that side. And so even them have come through an extra level, and sometimes it surprises them.
So that kind of element of self-exploration has really come into this as well then, and you know, that can take some bravery to do for everybody.
Definitely.
And you've seen that in the speakers.
Definitely. They've got, their professional life, what they do, and now they've kind of got this opportunity to go, well, how did you get to that profession? How did you get to this person that everyone goes, oh my God, you're amazing at this? Well, I wasn't always amazing at it. I now have the passion for it because it was something that was creative out of maybe a negative or kind of a tougher time, and that's what they've got to share to really inspire people about the ideas, the hope, the new opportunities, the new possibilities.